Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the Blues of August 2016. First up, I'd like to give a shout out to Jimbo Shengo, who is a YouTuber from the UK. Very nice guy. He has a great taste in movies and a great collection of movies. And definitely someone who deserves your support. So go ahead and subscribe to your channel. Jimbo Shengo. The link is below. Okay, well, I have a nice small stack here of DVDs that I got from different flea markets. Some of them were 50 cents each, others were €1 each. And the first one is A Beautiful Mind, which is a beautiful film. This is the 2-disc awards edition. 50 cents for this one. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. Santa Fe, which is an average western with Randall Scott. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed this one as well. Go For It with Bud Spencer and Terence Hill. They are two regular guys who are being mistaken for secret agents, and they are being sent off to this mission, and of course they succeeded in completing the mission, which is a spoiler, but I mean, Spencer and Hill, they always get the job done, right? But yeah, I enjoyed it. Police Squad, the complete series. Before The Naked Gun, you had this TV series that only lasts one season, and there was only 6 episodes in that one season. It didn't do very well. And then a couple of years later, of course, they made the movies, the Naked Gun movies, and that did do very well. But I liked it. I had to laugh a couple of times. Now I know that some humor can be very silly, maybe a little too silly perhaps. But I liked it. I've always liked the Naked Gun movies. They're still making these kind of comedies today, mainly by the Wayans brothers, which in my opinion are absolutely terrible. I'm not going to even waste my time watching their movies. But they are absolutely not in the same level as the Naked Gun or Airplane or Hot Shots. Those are the best ones of its kind, in my opinion. We Were Soldiers. Good Vietnam movie with Mel Gibson. The Graveyard Shift. Damn, I haven't seen this one for ages, it seems. But October is coming up, and like many of us, I'm going to watch horror movies in that month, so I'm going to give this a revisitation. Graveyard Shift. Looking forward to it. And the last DVD is The Legend of the Golden Pearl, which I have never heard of before, but the artwork really piqued my interest, and it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable combination between kung fu, action, adventure, fantasy, science fiction, and all that. It's a Chinese movie, by the way. And the star is T. Lung. He was best known from the Shaw Brothers movies and A Better Tomorrow, I believe he was in. But yeah, this was nice. It was nice. You can see up there, you can see a Star Destroyer. But the Star Destroyer is not in the movie, by the way. There's a spaceship, but not the Star Destroyer. Okay, now on to the Blu-rays. Now I got these two also from a flea market, and I was very surprised to find them because usually, the flea markets that I visit don't really have Blu-rays, and when they do have Blu-rays, it's Dutch Blu-rays. But these are, UK Blu-rays, so I was very surprised to find them, and they only cost me €1 each, which is insane, isn't it? Ashes of Time Redux, which is a film I've always wanted to see. Haven't seen it yet though. but I heard this was really good by Wong Kar-wai. This one I have seen, The Warlords. I've seen it, some time ago. I always wanted to get it, and now I got it for €1, which is insane, of course. But this is a great film, great war film. Fantastic performance by Jet Li, by the way, and the other actors as well. It's a really good film. There's 7 Ups, which is one of those gritty, realistic cop thrillers from the 1970s. Extraordinary film, and the only film that was directed by Philip D'Antoni, who was best known as a producer. He produced Bullet and the French Connection, as you can see there. Well, yeah, extraordinary film. Has one of the best car chases in history, and a wonderful release by Signal One. By the way, there's a lot of special features, as you can see there. But yeah, this is definitely the Blu-ray to go for if you're planning on buying this movie on Blu-ray. I got Count Yorga Vampire, which also includes the sequel, The Return of Count Yorga. This is from Arrow. Of course, this has more extras than on the the American releases. The first movie was released by Twilight Time, and the sequel was released by Scream Factory. Although there isn't much special features, though. There is an interview with critic and author Kim Newman, a film historian. I've always loved to listen to him and read his stuff. I mean, he always has some interesting anecdotes to say. Excuse me. But yeah, a wonderful release. The Count Yorga collection there, and of course it comes with a booklet. 2 really good vampire movies, and I just love the endings of both movies. The endings are really good. Now here's a very nice set of Dead Machine, which is early 1990s science fiction movie, kind of like in the same vein as Richard Stanley's Hardware, something like that. Low budget, sci-fi thrillers that came out in that period of time. And the robot here, it looks very much like the alien from the Alien movies, the Xenomorph from the Alien movies, or the Alien Queen, if you will. But very nice set. It's a 3-disc limited edition set. Come with the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the soundtrack CD. Take a look at the other side. You see some pictures of the actors there. And there is Brad Dourif with dreadlocks and the robot monster. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. The last time I've seen it was back in the early 90s. And this one is limited, by the way, to 3,000. You can see my number down there as well. So it's a very nice set from Germany or Austria, one of those countries anyway. And I love the artwork, by the way. It's kind of like a Drew Struzan kind of artwork. Okay, now I have a bunch of film noir titles to show you. I've been in a film noir kick lately, and this is the German edition. Film noir classics. Nice set. Contains 3 movies: Ministry of Fear by Fritz Lang, The Dark Mirror by Robert Siodmak, and The Big Clock by, I believe, John Farrow directed this one. 3 really good noir films. My favorite would be this one, The Big Clock, with Ray Milland and Charles Laughton. Charles Laughton is just one of my all-time favorite actors. But But yeah, very nice release, this one. Let me show you the inside. Here's the Blu-ray of Ministry of Fear with the Ring Land behind the disc there. The Dark Mirror. Great performance by Olivia de Havilland. You know, she plays twin sisters in this movie. And she recently celebrated her 100th birthday, believe it or not. And this is, you know, from my favorite movie, The Big Clock. Again with Ray Milland. Really good film. Let me turn it around. You can see a nice picture there of Ministry of Fear. So yeah, a nice German release. I hope they're gonna do more of these kind of releases. It looks really good. Now this is one of the best noir films I've ever seen. Cry of the City. I've always wanted to check this movie out, and it was available on DVD, but the DVD was sold out, and it was going for, you know, high prices, you know. So I was very thrilled when they pronounced the Blu-ray, and it's an extraordinary film, absolutely. One of those films that just it's great on every level, you know. The direction, the acting, the writing, you know, the cinematography. It's everything is just top notch. Fantastic performances by Victor Mature, Richard Conte. Victor Mature plays a police detective who is hunting down Conte's character. You know, he plays a criminal who managed to escape from prison. But yeah, very nice release. Some interesting extras as well. And a booklet. Directed by Robert Siodmak, who also is the director of the Dark Mirror, like I said before. He's truly one of the geniuses of film noir. He made movies like The Killers and The Spiral Staircase, Crisscross, The Phantom Lady. You know, all really good noir films. You know, he was a Jewish man from Germany, and he left Germany together with Billy Wilder, by the way, when Hitler came to power. And he also had a brother who was in the movie business, Kurt Siodmak, another refugee from Germany. But Kurt Siodmak was he was a screenwriter, and he was specialized in you know, classic Universal horror films. He did The Wolfman, a couple of Frankenstein movies, a couple of Dracula movies. You know, he wrote Son of Dracula, and Robert Siodmak, his brother, directed that one. But yeah, Cry of the City. This is a brilliant film, absolutely. And there's another great noir film with Victor Mature, Kiss of Death, which is an upgrade. I had the DVD. Well, I still have it. It was part of the you know, Fox Film Noir series. But I wanted to get this on Blu-ray. Such a insane, fantastic role by Richard Widmark as Tommy Utah, wasn't it? Udo, not Utah, you fucking idiot. Tommy Udo. He's so good in this one. He has this you know, this maniacal laugh, which is just great. You know, it's and what's even greater is that this is his first movie role, by the way. But yeah, good film, and a good cast as well. Also with Brian Donlevy and Colleen Gray, who she did a couple of more noir films. I know that she was in Kansas City Confidential, which is another fantastic film, of course. And there's another noir classic with Richard Widmark, Night and the City, directed by Jules Dassin, another genius of the you know, the film noir genre. he made this one before he got blacklisted, and he did not make another movie for the next 5 years. But what a movie! What a movie! Really good. This contains two versions. You have the US versions, which is in 4K, as you can see, and the previously unseen British versions, which is restored in 2K. I have seen the British versions so far. I still need to check out the US version, which is a little different than the British version, is to my understanding. You know, the US version contains some scenes that were not in the British version, and you know, vice versa. So I have to check that one out. Some really good extras as well, including you know, an interview with Richard Widmark that was filmed on stage at the National Film Theatre in 2000, which is the same interview that is also on the Kiss of Death Blu-ray. Only the difference is that this is the longer version than the one on the Kiss of Death Blu-ray. It also had a booklet, you can see there, with essays, and I believe they're also discussing the differences between the two versions. But yeah, excellent film, excellent film. Night and the City. Now these two movies were pretty rare, and they have been put out by the Film Noir Foundation, which is a non-profit corporation created in 2005 to protect and preserve at-risk noir films. And they really went above and beyond with finding these movies, rescuing these movies, and restoring these movies. I mean, the restoration process of Too Late for Tears, for example, took 5 years to complete. And you know, this would have had a lot more recognition if the original actors were in it, and the original actors were Joan Crawford and Kirk Douglas. But you know, they eventually chose not to do the movie. I believe that Kirk Douglas did another noir film instead, which is called Champion. So their roles were replaced by Elizabeth Scott and Dan Duryea, who's, in my opinion, an underrated actor. And they does it terrifically, by the way. I think they were really good. I think the scenes that they have together are the best moments in the movie. And there were a couple of people who were involved in this film that, you know, they didn't really like it. Byron Haskin, for example, who the director, he was best known for his science fiction work like War of the Worlds, Conquest of Space, Robinson Crusoe on Mars. He didn't like this movie. And also Roy Huggins, who is the writer, he didn't like the movie either. But that has something to do with the fact that they didn't like each other. But the biggest surprise was that the star of the movie, Elizabeth Scott, who reminds me very much of Lauren Bacall, by the way. You know, she almost had the same look as Lauren Bacall and the same husky voice as Bacall. But she didn't like the movie either. And she was invited in 2014 for, you know, at a screening of this movie. But she did not go, you know, she did not accept the invitation. Because to this day, she still doesn't like the movie. And which is a shame, you know, because this is an excellent film with, you know, excellent performances. And yeah, I really liked it. Let me show you the contents of it. You have the Blu-ray there, and the DVD with the alternate artwork, and of course the booklet there. Is Elizabeth Scott along with the Arthur Kennedy and Dan Duryea, really good actor, and some interesting extras as well. about the making of this film and about the restoration of this film. Really interesting. And Woman on the Run is another terrific noir gem with great, spicy, wisecracking dialogue, especially from Ann Sheridan, who co-produced this movie as well. But she was fantastic in this. And it says here that the only American print of this film was burned in a 2008 fire. This was at the Universal lot. There was some idiot welder who left his torch burning that caused the fire. But luckily, Eddie Muller, who is the president of the Film Noir Foundation, secretly made a copy of that print, and had he not done that, I would not be holding this Blu-ray in my hands right now. So thank you for that, Mr. Muller. There is another print of it, but it's in very, very poor condition. There's one of those public domain DVD releases, as you know. Again, with some interesting extras. And of course you got the 2-disc, the blue, the DVD, alternate artwork there, and the booklet. This film was directed by Norman Foster, who was a protege of Orson Welles, and he was once married to Claudette Colbert. But really, really good. I mean, these are 2 fine releases from Arrow. They are region ABC, as you can see there. This is just A and B. But if you for some reason cannot get these Blu-rays, Flickr Alley has also released them in their own editions. You can get them on their website or on Amazon. But if you're a fan of film noir, definitely go check these movies out. They are highly, highly recommended. Too Late for Tears and Woman on the Run. Next is The World at War, the Ultimate Restored Edition. I waited a long, long time for this, to get this for a good price, and now I got it for a good price. Finally, it comes with just just a simple case, a simple box set with these keep cases. I know that the first packaging was this digi book with the disc inside each of the pages, in these slits, you know what I mean? Which I'm not a big fan of. I'd rather have something like this than those kind of things. So I'm happy with that. I know that they're going to release another edition of The World at War in October, which had the right aspect ratio, but that one, of course, will be more expensive than this one. So I couldn't wait any longer. I just found it for a good price, and I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. So happy to finally have this documentary series about World War II. This is what it looked like. Just plain, simple, but that's all okay with me. And you can see the contents of these DVDs. And here are disc 5 to 9. There's a lot of material on here. It will take weeks, if not months, to watch all of these. Let's see what the running time is. Here it is, 1408 minutes long. There's the series itself, and then the extras are 769 minutes long. So that's that's quite some time, isn't it? But yeah, finally have it. The World at War. I got the Female Prisoner Scorpion, the complete collection, which is great. You know, I've been hoping that Arrow will pick this up and release it, and they heard my prayers. All 4 movies in there, including a booklet. Just going to show you quickly. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it already. Here's the first movie. Just one of those slim cases, which they have never done before, but I do like it. I like these kind of slim cases. Here's the second one, Jailhouse 41. You know, this was released by another company in the United States. You know, they had this DVD box set, but it misses the second movie because it was, you know, released by another company, like I said. But it is part now of the of this Arrow set. The third one, Beast Stable. And the fourth and final movie, Grudge Song. Yeah, the poster here. This is really good. Let me show the whole. Here it is. Maiko Kaji. Yeah, these are just, you know, fun, great fun exploitation. Oops. From Japan. And nice artwork as well. Yeah, great release. And I got this beautiful box set. This is the Stanley Kubrick Masterpiece Collection. This was on sale at Zavi's, and of course I could not pass it up for the price that I got it for. There's a little note by Gary Kamar, producer, searching for Stanley Kubrick. This is a reproduction of a painting that was done by Stanley's wife, Christiane Kubrick. Oil on canvas, you can see there, 1972. That's very nice. Very nice. It'll come with a book. Let me show you some pages of that. 2001, Space Odyssey. Clockwork Orange. Look at that. Barry Lyndon, which, you know, in my opinion, this is visually Stanley Kubrick's most interesting movie. And it is most beautiful movie. I mean, all of his films are visually interesting and beautiful, but Barry Lyndon, I know there's something about this film that just keep on watching. You know, it's such a feast for the eyes and all that. This is from Eyes Wide Shut. Behind the scenes of Lolita. Very nice picture book. This one, Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, The Shining. Good old Jack Nicholson there. Eyes Wide Shut, this one with Sidney Pollack, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman. Unfortunately, that was his final movie. And of course, I got the disc or the Blu-rays here in this package. This kind of digi pack. Ooh, hang on. There we go. And some interesting documentaries about the man as well. Some documentaries that I have not seen before. So that's really good. I believe they're exclusive on this set. But yeah, really good set. And glad that I finally have it. The Stanley Kubrick Masterpiece Collection. And that was it for my August update. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.